All right, I think we're rolling. Good morning, everyone. 10 Tampa Bay Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins here. I just want to do a quick video this morning to show some model comparisons to what my video showed last night. Headline this morning is the GFS is basically now on board with seeing something developing and drifting up in the direction of the eastern Gulf of Mexico by Tuesday into Wednesday. So might as well start right there, right? Let's go. Actually, let's go and let me show you a little bit better picture of this. There's not a lot going on right there right now, right? If you look in this area here, you don't see a lot of shower or thunderstorm activity, but this should fill in. Remember, the moisture was kind of down here over in the Pacific, and the envelope is kind of drifting a little bit further to the west. You know what? I can show you. I think I put the water vapor on here if you can see a little bit more of the moisture there. And it's this moisture right in here that we'll be keeping a close eye on, right? That is where we expect more showers and storms to develop, and then eventually a low will develop off the tip of the Yucatan. So that's the thought right now. Now let's go over the models. In fact, I'm going to show you a bigger picture there so you can see it really clearly. And here we go. This is the Hurricane Center this morning. They now have a 30 to 70% chance that this develops. And one thing to notice, too, is, Franklin we know is going to increase and move up west of Bermuda. We've got a 50% chance that this wave develops. Now, it's staying out in the ocean. We're not worried about that. But Emily, that's getting a little too far to the north. The bottom line, things are popping, right? And when things are popping, Franklin, this one potentially, why wouldn't this pop too? It's just like what we had last week. So that's why my confidence has been a little bit on the higher side, agreeing with the European the last several days. So speaking of the European, here we go. Look at the bottom of the screen here. Moisture starting to get going. This is Sunday, 7 a.m. Quite a bit of rain down there near the Yucatan, Cozumel, Cancun, but not a lot of development. The European is a little bit slower today on the model run. This is Monday morning at sunrise right there. It's all down here, and it's just barely getting started. Now let's go out to Tuesday, Monday night, 8 o'clock. It's still down there, but look at some moisture starting to come up. Now let's hit, that's what starts. So it's Monday night and the Tuesday morning that this thing starts coming out of the Caribbean and gets into the Gulf. You see that 1,004 millibar low right there? That's not a lot, but it's organizing. That's the key there, right? So this is 8 a.m. on Tuesday. Let's go to 8 p.m. Tuesday. Here it is, west of the Keys, right? 1,001, pressure's lowering just a little bit. Still not terrible. 1,001 millibars. Just remember, anything around 980 or below is hurricane force. And I don't see that, right? This looks like a tropical storm, but it has to be watched. And here's why it has to be watched. You notice how it was trying to get its act together down here, Yucatan, slowly doing so. But watch what happens overnight, Tuesday night into Wednesday. Look at that. That's 8 a.m. on Wednesday morning. Now it's down to 998. It's right. It's organizing a little bit. So it will be strengthening as it moves north. There's very warm water in the Gulf of Mexico. This is the part that we really want to watch closely, because we do expect it to get stronger. We just don't think it's going to get too strong at this point, but we still have to watch it. Now, 996, 994, somewhere time frame or pressure-wise, this is 2 o'clock on Wednesday. So it looks like now, late Tuesday night, the first half of Wednesday will be the worst as this goes by, if this forecast model holds. Here's the forecast winds. Let me back it up here. And you can see generally still calling for about 40s to 50s. And that's right along the immediate coast. Look at these numbers for eastern Hillsborough and Polk County. Winds of the 20s, right? That's nothing. 20s and 30s with gusts a little bit higher than that, but it does have 40s and 50s along the coast. This is preliminary. This is not a forecast. It's just way too soon to go over any kind of numbers. But what I'm trying to get across to you now is, what do the models think now, right? And so that's why I keep cutting videos a couple times a day now, so that we can do these comparisons. Here's the difference. The GFS is on board, but it's a little bit sooner. Here we are. This is, let me go out to sunrise on Tuesday morning. There it is. It's west of the Keys, pretty far west, but it's coming out into the Gulf. Now, as we get into Tuesday evening sunset, it's already west of Sarasota with 1,003 millibars, so it's even weaker. It has a little bit more shear around is basically what's happening, but it takes a very similar path, takes it up into the Big Bend area, up towards Crystal River. And in Crystal River, if you're hearing your name, don't get too worried about this right now. But it is a weak system coming your way. I think more than anything else, this is going to be a big rainmaker for us, and we actually really need the rain. So it's not terrible, but with this type of rainfall, you can get some pretty decent flooding. You get some training of storms over one particular area, and the flooding can get really kind of bad. Here's the winds for the GFS. Very similar. Lower to mid 40s right along the immediate coast. Most inland areas 20s, maybe 30s, gusts a little bit higher than that, maybe. Again, a little too soon to know. Let's go to the probability for tropical storm force winds. Yep, you can see what the European has, very similar to yesterday. Look at the GFS. The GFS does not even get it, the tropical storm force winds. And I don't, something's weird for me on this one because it doesn't really even see tropical depression. So I'm not really buying this. And I just showed you winds from the GFS that are showing in the 40s. And obviously that's tropical storm force. Here's the European GFS model. This is the ensembles. Each one of those L's is where each different run of the model thinks it might be. Here's a different way of looking at it. And you can see it's a pretty good spread. It's the Western Panhandle all the way to Tampa, right? At least on the GFS models. There you go. Let's look at the European. Look at that spread. So when we're going by one model run that I show you, when I show you this is the European run right here, right? When I show you this is one run of the European model. This is a multiple runs, like 30 runs of the model. And so you can see, look at all these different L's. One run thinks it's over here, 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 here. Another one thinks it's here, here, right? So there's going to be some spread. This will get lower. Let me show you at Franklin. See Franklin over here on the right, north of Puerto Rico? Look where all the L's are, right? It has a really good handle on this. And of course, when you go out in time, it's going to get dispersed a little bit. But that's pretty good agreement still. See, look at Bermuda. Bermuda's right here. And look, most of them are right there. Look at the spread, right? You can see that spread that it is near Bermuda for Franklin. Watch the spread that we get here. So, and this is Tuesday evening. So we still have a lot of questions about exactly where this is going to go and exactly what it looks like. But the bottom line for this morning, and I'll let you go with this, the bottom line is that we have a much higher confidence that we will get something for Tuesday, probably Tuesday night and Wednesday of next week. So just make sure you have your plans ready to go. Keep an eye out. Possibly now, if we were going to get a tropical depression out of this, it might end up being more Sunday night. And I say that because that's when we would get a cone. And I still think it's possible that we end up getting a cone over the weekend. And I just like to mention that because people aren't really paying attention too much over the weekend. So we will be paying attention to it for you, of course. Don't forget to share and like this video, guys. Have a great Friday. I will actually be back on here with another video around 3 o'clock this afternoon. So don't forget to share it and like it and subscribe and all that good stuff so that you'll get my updates and you can share that with your friends and family. Have a good one, guys.